Guys, I have been looking forward to filming this video all day. I literally am so excited. I saw the lovely Ellen Catherine do this video a few weeks back and I haven't been able to stop thinking about doing it myself. Everybody go show her video some love as well. I will link it in my description because I absolutely loved her video, and the second I saw that video I was like, I need to do this as well. So I put Mama Harvey on the job and let me tell you, she has delivered. I am going to be guessing my 5-star reads from other people's 1-star reviews. I'm ready to get my feelings hurt. My gorgeous, gorgeous mother has gone through and found a bunch of 1-star reviews for my favourite ever books, and she has collated them into a document together, and we're going to go through round by round. She has done, by the looks of it, 11 books, so we're going to go through 11 rounds and find out what people thought of my favourite ever books. I will say before we get started, I'm never offended by 1-star reviews of books that I love. People have different opinions. That is the beauty of reading. I know we're not all going to love the same things, and that is fine. The majority of my favourite books are literary fiction, and the biggest things I normally see when people hate my favourite books are either that the characters are unlikable, which totally fair. A lot of my favourite books, the characters are despicable, or that they were bored. Which, listen, I read a lot of character-driven stuff, so those are things that I am expecting to see come up, but we will see. And I think we might just have to get right on into it because I'm so excited. But before we start, everyone in the comments say thank you, Mama Harvey, because she did literally such an amazing job. Okay, I'm excited for these because I was sat opposite her when she was making these and she was cackling at some of these reviews. She was laughing, so I'm very excited to see. Let's get on to book number 1. The first review says, "This book used so many words to say nothing." Okay, I'm immediately thinking literary fiction off of the back of that. "The language is precise, the sentences have a staccato rhythm that I first found appealing, but after a while they made me feel as if there had been a ball pen hammer." What? What does that even say? "After a while they made me feel as if there was a ball pen hammer tapping on my head as long as I read along. The narrator is hyperactively self-aware, and eventually I wanted to slap her. Many of the scenes seemed unnecessary. This book seemed unnecessary." Okay, next review. "Nope, not my kind of book. Bored by the story and the writing style did nothing for me either." That is what I was expecting. What a depressing way to start 2024. Main character is a sociopath. Main character is a sociopath. Boy parts? Could well be Boy Parts by Eliza Clark. Oh, this one feels personal. Guys, I'm just too old to enjoy reading about the stupidity of 21-year-olds. I do remember being stupid at that age, but those are not fond memories. Oh, and the last one says, "I'm not pretentious enough for this one." So the thing is, the unlikable character, I'm thinking Boy Parts, but I don't think that book is particularly pretentious or like literary in writing. I'm trying to think of a book that's super like literary, and it's about 21-year-olds. Multiple, which makes me think it isn't Boy Parts. Could be The Guest by Emma Cline. Is it going to be a Sally Rooney? 21-year-olds, it could be Conversations with Friends. The things we do to our friends as well, it could be about that. I think I'm going to go for Conversations with Friends. I'm going to lock that in. Let's find out. No way I actually got it right. Conversations with Friends. Listen, it's not going to be for everybody. It is definitely very character driven, and some of those characters are very messy. I'm not pretentious enough for this one. That's so funny. Okay, book number 2. The very first review is, "Why do people like this book?" This book almost made me quit reading altogether. Even worse than I expected. Just really contrived and one-dimensional characters. Interesting. The last page was not bad, question mark. That's as positive as I can get without vomiting the last page. Do any of these books have like something crazy happen on the last page? I mean, my year of rest and relaxation. I think I'm too dumb to be able to appreciate this book. I will say, and clearly this is one of my 5 stars, but you are never too dumb to appreciate a book. Because I say this about myself all the time. Sometimes you just don't connect to it, but you're never too dumb. It's never that. Someone else said, "Maybe I just don't get it because I'm not a theatre person." Hang on, but somehow I don't think I am the problem here. That, by the way, is a really funny review. I am a theatre person. Okay, so it must be If we were villains, potentially. What else is about theatre? Shark Heart has like a bit about an actor. Oh, hang on, the next one. What normal human being starts quoting Shakespeare verbatim in the middle of a sentence? They need to get a grip of. That has to be If We Were Villains. It has to be. There's a world in which it's Shark Heart, but I think it has to be If We Were Villains. Let's find out. I am 2 for 2. I really had no clue until those last two. Okay, love If We Were Villains. Love that. Okay, number 3, are we ready? Okay, the first review is just put the fries in the bag, sis. So something that maybe doesn't get to the point, which I can't lie, is a lot of books that I love. Will make most readers howl with laughter, The Guardian said, and howl with laughter I did not. Okay, a book that maybe critics think is funny, but other people don't. Which of my 5 stars is considered funny? I think some people describe Yellowface as funny. For those that find name redacted relatable, do yourself and society a favour and seek therapy immediately. Okay, so some people find the main character relatable, and that is maybe concerning. I miss not having read this book. I'm pretty sure this was written as a conspiracy theory to traumatise the public, and I would actively discourage my friends from reading this. A conspiracy theory? That is interesting. Penance? Maybe, by Eliza. That's not really conspiracy though, but it is about, like, true crime. The Long Walk by Stephen King? Maybe Bunny by Mona Awad, maybe. What's the next one? I was promised a female version of Patrick Bateman. Instead I got Joker from Suicide Squad. You would think that would be helpful, but I have no clue. It was Joker from Suicide Squad vibes. Well, that has absolutely thrown me through a loop, to be honest. I've not got a clue. Maybe Bunny? That Bunny by Mona Awad is the closest that I've got. Let's see if this last one helps. I'm sorry, but I do not understand why this book seems so popular. The main character is absolutely insufferable. That could be Yellowface, which can work, but absolutely did not in this case, in a way that's not redeemable at all, and never receives any consequences for any of the things that she does. Sorry, I'm taking out all the swearing just because I don't want YouTube to demonetize me. Or the messed up way that she treats the people in her life. Is this Yellowface? Some of them are giving Yellowface. It could equally be Boy Parts. I mean, she definitely treats people badly in her life. This is the hardest one yet. It says it will make readers howl with laughter. I have heard some people describe Yellowface as funny. Maybe it's Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. I feel like that's wrong, but I'm gonna lock it in. Okay, let's find out. Oh, it was Boy Parts. It was Boy Parts. I mean, I definitely see what you're saying about a horrible main character. Definitely. Honestly, one of the worst main characters I've ever read, but equally fascinating. Yeah, fair enough. Did I find Boy Parts funny? Not like laugh out loud funny. I think I found things that she said witty sometimes. So we are 2 out of 3 so far. We're doing okay. We are on to book number 4. I'm literally having so much fun. Okay, this one says, my pea-sized brain cannot comprehend this abstract nonsense. I am immediately thinking Bunny with abstract. Time of death, page 121, no thank you. And the prompt that this person used, I guess, to get this book was unhinged and weird. I'm still thinking Bunny. I'm still thinking Bunny. This is like Mean Girls meets Frankenstein. This has to be Bunny, no? Written in the style of David Lynch, filtered heavily through acid. This cannot not be Bunny. This is Bunny. I almost want to check now. The last person said, this book has a very particular audience, so I find it hard to believe everybody who read it because of Book Talk, so it's a popular book, loved it. Weird horror. This is Bunny. This is Bunny. This is the easiest one yet. I'm just going to check, but I don't believe this isn't Bunny. Yeah. That was an easy one. We are 3 out of 4. I am happy with that. I will say, Bunny, I loved it. Obviously, it's in my 5-star reads. It is definitely hit or miss. As is Rouge. I also read that by Mona Awad. Very similar vibes. I think if you liked Bunny, you will like Rouge. If you didn't like Bunny, dunno. Very, very similar reading experiences. Absolutely wacky, crazy, weird, but brilliant. So, so good. I've lost count. What are we on? 4 out of 5? Have we done 5? 3 out of 4. I've completely lost count. Maybe I'll put a counter up here. Actually, I don't know if I'm good enough at editing to do that. On to, is this number 5? Yes, number 5. So we must be 3 for 4 so far. Okay, number 1, no redeeming qualities, 0 out of 10. Fair enough, that does not help me. At best, this is a bad episode of The Twilight Zone. I actually don't know what The Twilight Zone is. Is that a TV show? Okay, a sci-fi. Interesting. It looks to be a sci-fi show. I don't know if I would have had any sci-fi books in my favourites. Potentially The Long Walk by Stephen King. My god, this book was a waste of time. If you aren't feeling it by like 20 pages in, please do not push through. There is literally no reason to stick with it. That doesn't help either, but they're very passionate. This one says, if I could give 0 stars or half a star, I would. This was hands down, this is passionate, hands down absolutely the worst book he ever wrote. All that's making me think Stephen King with The Long Walk. It was like being stuck on a treadmill. That book is about a long walk. Oh, it has to be. I began feeling like I wanted to read Lord of the Flies just to root for the kid who smashes someone's head in. Oh, I think this has to be The Long Walk. Yeah, okay, it says Richard Bachman. That is Stephen King's pen name. Okay, I am doing so well. What is going on? We have 4 out of 5 so far. I am very happy with this. Oh, also, if you're kind of playing along with me, let me know in the comments what score you end up getting, just because I'm intrigued. Let's see if we can keep our streak going. Okay, book number 6. I think this is an amazing, suspenseful and tragic story. Did someone put 1 star by accident? I think this is an amazing, suspenseful and tragic story. Babe, did you mean to put 1 star? The next one says, a beautifully written story, which I didn't like. Fair enough. The first 2 are weirdly positive, which makes me think that maybe it's a book that, even if you don't like it, you can appreciate it for being good, maybe? I do not like this book that much. I didn't like the beginning or the end. Yeah, that is most of the book. I also didn't like the character that much. His actions I thought weren't the best. It's also very sad. So it's a male main character. Most of the books I read, I feel like have women centered. I wonder if this could be A Monster Calls. Oh yeah, I've just seen the next review. This is definitely A Monster Calls. Sorry, but this book was boring and just damn depressing. If you like reading about illness and mentally disturbed people, this book is for you. This is definitely A Monster Calls. The next person called it weird and stupid. That's so sad. And the person after said, I feel like I'm the only person in the world who did not like this book. I must have a heart of stone because it did not move me once. Everyone kept saying, ooh, you will love this book. It is such a weepy. I read it in less than an hour on my commute. It is very short and did not enjoy it one bit. I mean, fair enough. Wait, let me check if it's even A Monster Calls before I go on a whole reel. Yeah, it's A Monster Calls. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, each to their own. I cried multiple times. I cried at the film, I cried at the play, I cried at the book. It broke me into pieces, but you know, everyone connects to different things and that is okay. I am a big believer over here on this channel that we can like different things and we can dislike different things, and that's totally fine. Like, I will never judge you for not liking a book that I liked, and equally I hope you don't judge me for liking a book that you didn't. And like, I think that's the beauty of reading. We all like different things, we all connect to different things. I think that's like the fun of picking up a new book, right? Is you don't know if you're going to enjoy it or not. And just because a book has like a low rating or a high rating doesn't mean you know if you're going to like it. There are some books that are so low, like their averages are on the floor, and I've given them 5 stars. In the other realm, books that are crazy high and they're just not for me, and that's okay. It's all right. But more importantly, the streak continues. Okay, book number 7. This one says, I'm free. Worst experience of my life. Someone else said, I only finished it so I could say with full confidence that I would never recommend this book to anyone. Neither of those help, but I'm glad that you're passionate. The next one, wow, no. Did you know the word sorry appears 216 times in this book? Once every 3 pages. Is goddamn self-indulgent tragedy, can't say that word. Oh, I didn't have a clue until that last phrase, and I'm going to assume it's A Little Life. Does it really appear 216 times? I mean, if it is A Little Life, that book is long anyway. Interesting. This next one says, it's actually quite a good story and plot. It just sounds contrived to me, as though the author constantly had a thesaurus in her hand. Yeah, I will say that book has big words and I had to keep looking them up. And the last one says, I would not recommend this book to my worst enemy. I feel sullied and manipulated, not because of the subject matter itself, but because of the voyeuristic and melodramatic way it was handled by the author. Okay. I think that my streak is continuing. I'm pretty confident, actually, that this is going to be A Little Life. A Little Life by Hanya, Yanagihara. We've got all but one so far. I'm proud of myself. I was not expecting to do well on this. Oh, we're flying through these. I'm gonna be sad when this is done. The next one says, many have read this book and loved it, so it's a popular book. I made it almost a third in and had to give up. Trashy with what I saw as a lame social agenda. Don't need it. A book that they are calling trashy and with a social agenda. Interesting. The next one says, my life is ruined. Thank you. That is unhelpful, sir, but funny. So here I go again. Yet another book that has rave reviews and I rate it a 1 star. A work colleague lent it to me and she didn't find it great either. Why is your friend lending you a book if she didn't like it either? I really didn't like the storyline one little bit, and for me, it all felt rather corny. Okay, so a cheesy book, is it a romance? I don't know if I have a romance book in my 5 stars. I don't know if I've ever rated a romance book 5 stars. I have, at this point, literally no idea what this could be. This is all on the last person. It's a long one, so hopefully they are going to crack it for me. They said, this book may be good, but it made my friend cry so much. Okay, a sad book. I also gave her croissants, but that didn't help at all. You're a good friend. I would want croissants if I was crying. She was crying all the time, talking about the horrible husbands and the cute couple. Horrible husbands and the cute couple. The 7 husbands of Evelyn and Hugo? Maybe. If someone has recommendations how I can help her cope with this book, I would love to hear them. No, this is not a review of a homophobic, closed-minded Karen, just a worried friend. She said that the writing was brilliant, so stop looking at 1-star reviews and go read this book. P.S. Don't expect from me to give you croissants or say something because we don't know each other. You have to deal with pain reading this book yourself, dear. I don't think I understood that review totally, but I do think it's the only one that maybe got me to the answer. I think this might be The 7 Husbands, based on the cute couple and all of the horrible husbands. That is the only thing I can think of, so I'm gonna guess that. Yes, it was! The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Okay, yes, love that book. People find it trashy and corny. That's really surprising to me. Fair enough, love that book. I would love to reread that book at some point. I read it so long ago, and yeah, babe, I cried at the ending. Absolutely crushed me. If only I had had croissants. Honestly, sometimes the 1-star reviews of books are funnier than the actual book. I will quite regularly look at 1-star reviews of books. If I hated them, I'll look at them, I guess, to like see what everyone else is thinking, but sometimes I just love looking at when I really liked a book or I felt a bit indifferent to it, I'll look at the 1-star reviews just because they're always the funniest. Some of the one-liners that people come up with on Goodreads, some of these people deserve writing awards for their one-liners on 1-star reviews. They're so good. Okay, guys, we're still doing well and we are on to book number 9. We have 3 left. I mean, I have too many questions and it seemed as if they can't be answered. I liked the way he switched between characters though. So it sounds like it's a male author, which I can't lie, narrows it down. And it's a switch of POVs. No idea yet. I literally read about 1 paragraph on each page. It was really anticlimactic and I wasn't very interested. Perhaps it's just hard to hold my attention, but this book wasn't up to the task. Okay, listen, I don't want to critique, but I feel like reading 1 paragraph of each page is not the way to get into a story. Have I read that wrong? Also, I'm being a little detective here. A lot of these reviews are from a while ago. Like the last 2 were from 2013. So this isn't a recent book, whatever this is. Could it be The Long Walk again? No, because it's a switch of POVs and that only has 1 POV. Okay, review 3 says, this book was a bust. Overall, I loved the series. It's a series. Overall, I loved the series. It included dystopian romance and the intense, gruesome adventure. This is gone, isn't it? This is gone. This has to be gone. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. This is how I always describe this book, as having like dystopia and romance and horror, and it's mixed POVs and it was written a while ago. It has to be gone. Why am I so good at this game? I think it's because I love these books so much. Anyway. The last review says, wow, when I first started the series, I thought that I would have got it from this. Talking coyotes and flying snakes were weird. But now let's just say nothing can ever be weirder or stranger than this. This book is a good conclusion to the series. Oh, so it's light. It is light. It's the final book in the Gone series, which to be fair was my favourite. And did make me cry. It made me sob. Like, nothing has ever broken me like this book broke me. Assuming I've got it correct. But I have. I haven't read any other book about talking coyotes. While I feel like the series as a whole could have been shortened, the last book was a good length. This has to be light. This is such a nostalgic series for me. The Gone series is like a YA dystopia. I read it growing up and then reread it last year. I think I finished it this year. I can't remember. Either way, the final book broke my heart in a way that no other book ever has. And largely, I do think that was because I had like a decade leading up to it. Let's see if I'm even right before I say all of this. Yeah, Light by Michael Grant. I'm doing very well at this game. Okay, we're on to the penultimate book. This went so quickly. Unfortunately, it wasn't for me. I read it, but I don't remember a thing from it. The second person says, hated everything about this book, even the fact that it exists. Okay. The second one says, don't buy into the hype, terrible and boring even if you're into video games. I know what this is. I wish I could understand why so many people liked this book. I hated every minute of it. I soldiered on since the ratings were so high, thinking I'd find that moment of understanding. Nope, life is too short to read terrible books. I literally love this book. It is, I believe, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I mean, the video games kind of gave it away for me. Again, it could be incorrect, but I am pretty sure that this is Tomorrow. That book is all about video game designers and I loved it. Yep, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. I literally love that book. To be fair, I've never met anybody who disliked that book, so it's always fun to see different opinions. Okay, we're on to the last book. So far I've got all bar one, so I really want to get this last one. I want to continue the streak. Okay. Final one. It was hard for me to rate this book, especially because the writing itself is quite excellent. The content was too much for me to enjoy. The content was too much for me to enjoy. As in, too much going on, or it was too dark, potentially. Let's be real, if it's one of my favourite books, probably too dark. Next one. I'm not sure where the 4 and 5 stars are coming from. Did you people actually read it? The writing is mediocre at best, the characters are superficial and boring, not to mention anticlimactic. Ooh, a book that maybe goes nowhere? I have no idea. I honestly don't know why I torture myself with these kinds of stories. I was on the struggle bus with this one. The only part I liked was when she got a dog. She got a dog? When she got a dog? I was thinking maybe My Year of Rest and Relaxation, but I don't think she got a dog. Cleopatra and Frankenstein, she got a gliss. Was it a gliss or was it something else? It wasn't a dog though. She got a dog. Is this going to be the one that breaks our streak? I literally can't think of a favourite book of mine where she got a dog. I have no idea. The last one says, yeah, no, trauma porn. We've already had A Little Life. I'm assuming A Little Life won't be in here twice. It could be. No, but no one got a dog in that book. And all of the main characters are male. I have no idea. Last one says, not impressed with this novel at all. If you like a story full of gaslighting, narcissisms, melodramatic, delusional and mentally ill characters, then this read is for you. I fear that doesn't narrow it down because kind of that describes most of my favourite books. There isn't one character in this novel that I found believable or enjoyable, and the author even less so, who, in my humble opinion, was the biggest gaslighter of all. Complete waste of time to read this. I fear we found the one that's going to break it. I have no idea. The biggest clue I think I have is that she gets a dog. A book where she gets a dog. Literally the only book that I can think of where she gets a dog is The Friend Zone, but she already has a dog, and I don't feel like any of the other things really match up to that. Gaslighting, narcissism, melodramatic, delusional, and mentally ill characters. Sally Rooney? I don't know. I feel like that's all of my favourite books. Does she get a dog in Boy Parts? We already had Boy Parts, but I guess we could have it again. I have literally no idea. They keep saying gaslighting, and then she got a dog. I don't want to give up on this last one, but I literally can't think of a book where she got a dog. Did they get a dog in None of This Is True? Listen, I don't think it's right, but I cannot for the life of me think what the answer is, so I'm going to guess tentatively None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. I don't think it's correct. I don't think they got a dog in that book, but tentatively. That's annoying, it's going to break my streak on this last one, but I don't know. Okay, let's find out together. My Dark Vanessa! She gets a dog in that? My Dark Vanessa. Oh man, love that book. I was not going to guess that in a million years. She get a dog in that? I do not remember that. Oh, that was so much fun. Oh my gosh, I literally loved that. Everyone in the comments say thank you, Mama Harvey, because what a gem. She spent ages putting those together, so thank you so much. Everyone leave her the like yellow heart emoji because yellow's her favourite colour, and she'll go through the comments because she always does, and she'll appreciate that. I literally had the most fun doing this. Some of those comments were so funny. I cannot get the one about croissants out of my head. Get you a friend who brings you croissants, I guess, when you're crying over a book. We did very well. We got 9 out of 11 answers. I'm pretty stoked with that. Let me know if you guys want to see this again. I literally loved it. Or if you have any video ideas kind of along this line, kind of like guessing games, that kind of thing. I just love filming this kind of thing. I think it's so fun. If you're new, please subscribe. I would love to have you. And everyone in the comments, please let me know how many you got if you were playing along. I don't know if you were, but if you were playing along, please let me know how many you got. Right, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, like the video, comment, all of that fun stuff, and I will catch you in the next one. I love you, goodbye!